Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 13 of my series on Frontier. In our last episode, we were using our new fancy smancy van to deliver stuff. But since we have that van and we have two other delivery trucks, I decided we probably don't need this guy anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and sell it off. I don't think we need it. So we're not going to get very much for it. We repair it and repaint it. We're going to get, 24,000, not too bad. If we repaint this, repair it, we're going to get 18 grand there. So not a bad chunk of money. I figure we probably can just get rid of that because we're not going to, we're just not going to use it. So that puts us at $591,000. Now, we don't have a lot of stuff to sell. We do have quite a bit of a soy drink over here, which we can sell if we needed to get some cash. And I'll say why we need to get some cash here in a second. And then the other thing, too, I want to note, so let's hop over here. We have 173,000, well, basically 174,000 liters of floor tiles in there, which is great, and we're going to make a lot of money off of that. That's going to literally be a boatload of money, and we're producing more and more. So this thing, obviously you saw last episode, wouldn't pick up the soy drink, and I know I said I was going to keep these on storing, but I decided against that. I don't know, I just decided I didn't want to do that because it was a pain to switch them back and forth when I was getting them out of there. But this guy, if you drive it along here, he will theoretically collect everything. It seems to have some issues sometimes with some of them. You just have to cut them and they kind of go out of this weird kind of state that they were in, not wanting to be collected. But we can just move them around here. It's not a big deal. We'll pull forward. Oh, we have those guys right next to us. I just grab them and then they're good. And then if I pull in between these two, this should be good enough for grabbing these guys. There we go. And I found a nifty trick. So now we have 69,000 liters in here, which is great. But I already filled this truck up once, and I didn't sell it off. What I did was I learned you can pull right up next here, and you can unload. Now, if one of you guys says this down in the comments, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. I haven't posted the episode before this. I'm recording this directly after it. So that's why I don't know about that. But there we go. So I'm going to leave him. I'm just going to turn him off for now. Nope. I was like, where'd all my soy drink go? I'm still getting in the wrong vehicle. I want to get in the van. There we go. We have 569,000 liters in here, which is a lot. And we are going to sell it. Now, why do we need the money so much? This is going to give us like 200 and almost probably about $300,000 actually is what we have in here. So I noticed today, I've been trying to buy this. I've been checking this. This is still a little pricey, so I don't want to buy it yet. Eventually, we'll buy this chunk of land, but that's not the most important piece because, it's not that important right now because we're not going to worry about the BGA for probably a little while. But I have been wanting this chunk of land through here, and it is 20% off. We are not going to find a better deal on it, so I would like to purchase that. It does include some trees up here, which we're probably not going to do anything with. And what I ideally would like to do, I'll probably trim this field back a little bit to get away from the edge. And then I'd probably just kind of extend it into this and make this one large field. And then I'll probably leave a gap here. And these buildings, I don't think we can sell them off. So I think we'll start using this. I'm going to get rid of field 14 because I think it's just a waste of time. I'm going to get rid of that field. 13, we can do small harvest in, I think. But yeah, I would like to farm this chunk of land down here and do all that sort of thing. And then all of our farm equipment that's up over here, we can park down over here. And then this is basically going to serve as kind of a delivery yard and where we're going to store our delivery equipment if we have for different we have we have so much space. We have plenty of space. We may even put a factory over here if we need more space because we're using this pretty much. And this we have room for factories, though I want to put some more sheep in. So this might be where we start upgrading some of that. But we're doing good. We're doing really good. Our business is booming. So I want to buy that. It's $685, which is not bad for how much land. I mean, we've seen this go for over $1 million. So we're just going to go sell this stuff off at the market stall. And that will definitely give us plenty to do that and still have us a little bit in the bank for operating costs. Now, we just have to make it to August, which is when we're going to get the best price for our tiles. And that's when we're going to sell our tiles off. So all of our flooring tiles and all that sort of stuff. So that's when we'll get that big boost of cash there. And then we can still probably do our upgrades for our tailor shop, clothing production, that sort of thing in August when we go to do that. So I think we can do that upgrade then and be fine. And I do want to add some more sheep at some point, probably. Yeah, we're going to start just with the tailor shop upgrade and see where that kind of gets us. But from there, we will do something after that. Well, there's the market stall. There we go. Okay. So, I don't know. This might actually sell basically instantly. It doesn't load quick. That took it a second. So yeah, 330 30,000 just about, which is great. So that puts us up almost up to $1 million. I'm just going to pull off to the side of the road here for a second. And what we can do now is we can purchase this. Buy that. Yes. Okay. And it's immediately worth less, but that's okay. That's fine. It wasn't going to go down that low. I think it might have, but I don't think it was. And very low chance of it. So I just wanted to get it while we could, since it was even better than what we saw it at before. So having said that, we have cotton on this field. I think we can lease a cotton harvester. We'll take a look at prices for that. Then we also have barley growing, which I don't know when that'll be ready to harvest soon, which that'll be great. We'll take the barley. We're going to put it directly in our grain mill and make grain out of it. We have corn here, which is going to go directly in our grain mill to make grain, or well, to make flour, excuse me. The sugar beets, honestly, we don't have anywhere to put them, so I think we're just going to plow it under. I'm not going to worry about it. Oops, I didn't mean to turn tractors off there. But we can, and actually I do need to maybe take care of these fields. Weeds are dead there. I need to buy soil samples, so that's going to cost us a lot of money as well. And then we have canola up here, which, honestly, I don't know what to do with the canola. There might be something. We can make canola oil, to be fair. So maybe we'll do that. We can make canola oil. That might be something that's easy for us to do. There's no canola flour. So yeah, we might just have to suck it up and lose a little bit more tomato sauce production just to get that canola turned into something. We won't get a lot off of that field, and then we won't have to worry about it anymore. So leasing a cotton harvester, I am curious about that, because I think we're going to get enough cotton off there to be worth it. These things are kind of cheaty. I'm very tempted just for the lower cost. We could just buy one. It's crazy to buy one. That's too crazy, isn't it? 11.4 meters, though. 22 miles an hour at 6 meters. We made only for the... Well, it works at 8 miles an hour, so that's not too cheaty compared to this guy working at 6. So I'm not worried about that. And 6 meters. So this, I think we can lease and feel good about ourselves still at the end of the day. And again, we've used cheaty equipment on here, so it's not that big of a deal. We don't need anything special about it. This is perfectly fine. So leasing that, 20 grand. I think we'll make it back, because off of that field, off of a field of this size, we'll get at least 2 cotton bales, and that's 20,000 liters of cotton. That'll make our money back, no problem. I think we'll just sell it right off. We could put it into making more clothing, which that might be an idea too, actually. We'll talk about it later. We can figure that out in the future. That's not a rush right now for what we need to do. Though we do need to look at purchase soil information. Yeah, 15 grand is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. So I don't know how bad the pH levels are. Terrible. The nitrogen levels are also terrible. So I'm going to get those cleaned up. These ones are supposed to be terrible, by the way. And this one I actually took care of, I think. Pretty sure I did. But anyhow, yeah, I will get the pH and nitrogen levels for all these fields bumped up. This one we want to get perfect, just so it's a good score, and then we can get rid of that field, because always it's always going to register that as being a field, unfortunately. So we just need to get it good and call it good. But yeah, and this is some good land over here. We don't have any silty clay or any of that junk. This is a really good one up here as well. But yeah, okay. So that's what we got going on. I'll get that fixed. That lowered us down a couple percent there, but not a terribly big deal. So yeah, that's what we have going on for this episode. So I'm going to get that stuff sort of squared away. This other delivery driver looks like pulled in front of us. That's fine. And we'll call it good, I think, after we get some of that stuff done. But yeah, we're making really good progress in this series, and I think we're going to start investing in some more stuff that's off of the map to get some better stuff going on. I forgot this thing's electric. We got to purchase a little like charging port. I don't know where I'm going to put it though. How much is that even? If it's not too much, I might just place it down wherever. No, it's not going to be under. It's going to be under where? No, tools. Tools, maybe? I think, yeah, 5 grand. 5 grand's not too bad. Yeah, 5 grand's not too bad. I don't know where I want to place it. I probably want to leave it there. I might just place it on that corner. It's not a bad spot for it to be. Just right here. It's not a terrible location, to be honest. Maybe like right. Maybe make like a little charging area. I don't know. We'll think about that later. This guy's got plenty of charge for now, so I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, I'm going to get some of that stuff done, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. All right, it hasn't been too long. I realized after we bought this land that, well, it comes with cows, which we are going to sell because we are not doing cows, at least not right now. Probably not for a long time. So yeah, we're just gonna. I'm not gonna rent a trailer or anything. Well, I mean, hold on a second. Is it worth it? Well, we have how many cows? I only want to make one trip. Really, I'm being real lazy about it. We have 20. We only have 30 cows, so the delivery for each cow is 500 for those. Well, no, it's $100 a piece, so it'd be 3 grand to deliver these. Is there a trailer? I am curious. I should have checked this before. I apologize. Nope, that's not what I want. I want animal transport. For 30 cows, that's 7. The first one I can do 30. We're going to take a look at. Which is probably not going to be until later here. 32 cows, 67,500. Yeah, that's going to be the best one, probably. Either of these will be fine. But if we customize, I mean, lease it, 3,400. So we're not going to worry about it because I don't want to make multiple trips. We don't have that many cows. Select. We are going to sell those. Recoup some of our money. Sell those. Sell. Wait a second. Do we have more of those? Yeah, sell that. Sell those. And sell those. Okay. So we made a little bit of money off that. Not a lot. But again, we already bought the land, so it's not like we spent money on the cows. We can also sell this. I am not planning to do cows, as I just said. So get rid of that. I have to delete. I'm going to delete these stupid fences, too. Because I do not like these at all. I already got the lime and fertilizing done, or nitrogen added to all these fields. So they're all ready to go into harvest. I'm going to cut down these trees and we might send them to our... Send them over to our sawmill. Just to get them kind of out of our way. Okay. And there. All right, cleared that out. Can we get rid of this? We can't. I can use the objects hider if I want to really get rid of it. We don't need this now anymore, so we can sell that. I'm going to keep the... Well, now, of course, it's not going to let me sell it, but I'm going to keep this area there, the repair shop, but we're not going to use the bunker silo, nor... I don't like... I want to build my own setup over here, so I don't really like this shed being here. This is just decorative, so I'm going to sell that off. We're going to delete all these fences. This scrap metal is now ours, which we can sell if we'd like to. Or we can wait till we get that production facility and we can make it into something, which is probably what I'm going to do. Along here... That fence is kind of nice. I like that fence. I'm going to leave that one alone. We have a better silo, and we're going to get better silos, so we'll sell that silo off there. We're recouping a lot of our money right now doing this. We don't need a house, do we? You know what? We don't really have somewhere to live on the map, so I'll hold on to that. We'll keep that. I don't like... I'm going to save the game real quick and return autosave off, because sometimes map object hiders does do some freaky stuff here. So let's open this up. Should be able to hide this. Right? Yes. Okay, got rid of that whole setup. I don't think it messed with anything. Everything looked pretty normal around here. Nothing else looks weird. I think it just... Yeah, I actually think it did a really good job at just getting rid of that. We can also do this. Take a look and... Gate? Oh, I hid the gate. Oh, I sold that power line off. It flat out didn't even... Oh, well, that's great. Can I get rid of this? I think I broke this somehow. I don't even know how I did that. But anyhow, I was going to keep it anyway, so it worked out. I don't really like where it's at. Oh, I missed those gates, that's for sure. Those guys are hiding under there. Okay, so this is great. Our little farmyard's coming along. Get rid of these trees. Again, we're going to keep a small field up here. I'll probably trim it back along here, and then we'll just have this as the field. And then this field, again, I'm going to get rid of this. We're just going to... We're not going to paint over it yet. I'm going to get the environmental score up on it, which I don't think I have to harvest to do, but I think I have to plant over it to do that. This field, I'm going to get rid of this weird thing at the top, and I'm just going to go across here, and that'll be our new field, and then we'll use this as our yard. That's going to be awesome. So that way we don't have to drive as far or do anything with all of our stuff. But yeah, I don't want to bring you guys back in for that just because, well, we needed to get rid of that stuff. So easy peasy. Well, we made a lot of our money back, and we're going to make a lot of money off of those, well, those floor tiles, which I'm probably going to bring you guys back in for that. That'll be in August. You guys got to be around for us to sell those. So I'll see you guys probably in August is my guess. All right, it is August. I just moved some bread out of the way here. One thing I did, so I realized why not do this for the canola that I didn't want to put into the food factory because we're trying to clear the food factory out to just do tomato sauce. And for the sugar beets that I wasn't going to harvest anyways, I just planted sorghum there, which is already almost ready to harvest. So yeah, I figured just do sorghum over it. And also in between, not the last time, but I forgot to mention this on the previous time I put a little segment in here. I did buy 99,000 liters of lime for 44 grand. That filled up our silo because we were almost out. I also bought 8,000 liters of fertilizer for 14,500. And then the other thing I actually did was, if I go back over here, so I've been slowly moving stuff out here to this farm. This sprayer, it was leased. I bought it outright. Now, there's a reason for that. So I paid 40,500 or so for it to buy it outright. Then I spent 14,000 or so upgrading it. So we have a 28 meter boom instead of just an 18 meter boom to speed up our weeding process. And then the last thing I did was I harvested the barley off of field 15 and put it in here, and it's actually already completely processed it into flour. So it went quick. But anyhow, so that is pretty much all I've done off camera. Well, and I obviously took care of the weeding and everything like that. I don't think field 9, is field 9 like actually ready, or is it like stage 1 ready? Yeah, it's not actually ready yet. I did harvest the grass off here as well. I also put it into our silo over here. So we have like 260,000-ish liters of, where's grass at? Come on now. There we go. 248,000. Okay, I was a little off. But yeah, so we have quite a bit of grass. We're slowly building up the grass. Eventually, we'll get rocking and rolling with like some silage and stuff like that. And we'll probably, because we buy this land, we'll probably maybe do like a couple of nice, good corn silage harvests, or even do a silage harvest off of this every year and just throw it into that. But I don't even know what we're going to do. We have plenty of fields now, so we can produce whatever we want. So we're going to have to start doing some other stuff farming-wise. But we're not going to buy any more fields. In terms of this series, this is the extent. Once I get this field, darn it, I am going to get that field. Oh, it's 8.4 buying it right now. It's ours. Okay. I'm going to wait to harvest it until this one's ready to harvest so I can get those in sync with each other. But anyhow, that is, on that note, that's all the land we're going to, well, all the fields we're going to buy. Well, that one's not, we don't have a lot of money right now, though, do we? 339, yeah, that's a pretty good deal for that one, too. But we're going to buy that one later because I want to do some other stuff with our money. So, well, actually, we might buy it here in a second. We're going to sell floor tiles off. So let's hop up here. I'm going to start the engine up here so we can get this rocking and rolling. And while we're doing all this, I have to mention every episode, make sure you guys check out G-Portal if you want to rent a server to play Farm Sim with your friends and family. G-Portal has the best servers, and I use their servers, and they are absolutely fantastic. There's no better server out there, and they're the best priced out there, too. So it's kind of a no-brainer. And if you use the link down below in the description, it supports the channel and gets you 10% off of any server, whether it's Farm Sim related or not. So make sure you guys are using that. If you guys are looking for some good merch for Farmer Cup, or Farmer Cup merch, or whatever that may be, use my Teespring link down below in the description for the Farmer Cup store. And you also can get some limited edition Christmas mugs that are on there right now. That should be available until the end of the year. And then also, if you wanted to buy a copy of the game, I'm going to wait for those more pallets to spawn out here. You can use code FarmerCop at checkout if you're buying the game from Giants, or using the links down below in the description. That would make a great Christmas gift for anyone that's a Farm Sim lover. And you can use that version with your Steam or Epic Games version of the game. If you buy any DLCs or anything like that, you can use that. So it does work really well for that. And I also own my own coffee company, firstrespondercoffees.com, which is linked down below in the description. Half of the proceeds go towards programs for first responders. On that note, okay, we have some floor tiles. Where are we at with floor tiles? Okay. Oh, actually, they're going to be way down here. Yep, right here. So need at least 3436, so we're doing good right there. Market stall, look at that. City warehouse is good. Let's see how high we can get that. I really wanted to buy that Deutz farm, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna see how, oh, it's already topped out. That's okay, we'll wait for it to finish for sure. 66, and I don't think it's gonna, I think it's gonna start going down in a second. So we'll take it up to the market stall and sell it. We are gonna make a lot of money off of this, as you can probably imagine. Should make about 700, well, even more than that. We'll probably make about $800,000 or $900,000 off of this. I'm gonna go 850. 850 is my final guess, based on what we have in here. We need to go Yeah, we need to go this way. I probably should turn off the, I'm gonna turn off the Jake brake. Oops, there we go. Yeah, Jake brake off. There we go. As cool as it sounds, it's probably not fun to listen to from a recording standpoint and you guys being viewers. As cool as it sounds, though. So we'll sell this off, and then we'll kind of come up with a determination of what we're going to do with our money. That's kind of where we're going to be at. I'd like to get the harvest done as part of this episode as well, this year's harvest. Back this up here. I'm really enjoying this series, to be honest with you guys. I really am. Hopefully that comes across to you guys, but I do really enjoy doing this. This has been a really fun series and kind of something out of the box, and I really wanted to play on this map, so I was pretty happy I was able to kind of come up with this idea. The industrial series, if you will. But, oh yeah, we are over 1 million for the first time. There we are. 787, so 891. So even better than I thought. 891 is what we made off that. So on that note, we are going to buy that little chunk of land, so we just have it available to us. So let me go up here. I am going to buy that. Yes. Yeah, for 11% off, we're going to buy that. Okay. We are doing real good. So we do need to do this actually as well. For this, we need to purchase soil information. This one is tanking our score. Good Lord, 25 on that. We're going to have to do, well, first now we're going to have to buy the purchase of soil information, which that's not too bad. We're going to have to do something on that. We're going to have to plant something so that way, can I plant, I could do canola. Maybe what I'll do is I'll plant barley on there, and we can use the barley to make flour. So in September, I'll plant barley on there. That way we can get just a good harvest off of this weird shaped field. Then we could forget about the field. Because again, you can, once you do that, you're good to go. And actually, 8.5% off is pretty good for that. I've thought about buying these because these would be good areas to put factories in, to be honest. I think we will. You know what? We're just going on a spending spree. That's a good place to start. So unfortunately, that's gonna. Oh, okay, 85. What is the third one down? What is that one? Weed control. Nope. Sorry, second soil sampling. Oh, there. 100. Oh my gosh, that is perfect because that means we can just not even. What is on there right now is what the good question is. They got potatoes on there. That's out of control. But I think we should just be able to go over top of that and not have to worry about it. This would be a good way to experiment with that, to be honest. Okay, so you guys are going to do your thing. So this is the field we just purchased here. It says all that stuff's bad, which we're just going to forget about. I'm going to landscape over the whole thing right now. I'm just going to put grass over it to start, just so we don't have to deal with it. And I hope that just leaves the environmental score alone. That's the goal here. These fields are so weirdly shaped that they are not fun to harvest and do anything with anyways, especially not potatoes off of them. And this is a prime spot to put in production facilities. So I did talk about doing this early on in the series. I think that'll be good there. Okay, and then how is our 100? Beautiful. All right, if we just hold on to that 100, that will help keep this average up, even with, oh, it's a 40 down there now. We bumped that up. The nitrogen just sucks down there, but that's okay. Once we plant something in there, and we'll get this one fixed up with nitrogen as well, I can actually go, well, it's ready to harvest, I think, right now, so I can't do that. But those will get all fixed up, easy peasy. This is 95, so after we harvest the sorghum off of this, we're not going to worry about it, which sorghum should be ready, yeah, fairly soon. So yeah, we'll get the sorghum harvest off of that. I hate this chunk of land, but we're not going to buy it right now, but we might buy this as well, only because that would be more space for factories, I think. We could even extend Field 5 up a little bit if we really wanted to, but I don't really, and that's, yeah, I'm not going to do a whole lot to extend fields. I actually might leave field, well, I want to use this space for something, so I'm probably going to have to do some field extensions over here. I might just end up, yeah, we'll just end up making that one big field. It just makes the most sense. And I'll probably cut a little bit of this off the side there. Maybe even make like an L here, because we don't need all of that space to be a field, but I just want to make it easier for the workers to be able to handle. And then we'll just trim kind of anything above this line, just trim that off. Well, there's not a building here anymore, so we could just trim this top section off, and if we need more space, we can do that. And I'll trim this little chunk of 13 off, because I don't really want to use that, but we'll leave 13 a field for now, I think. So those are my plans. Those are my plans. This farmyard is coming along really well. I think with 969,000 in the bank, I think I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to just customize this farm here. Let's make this how we want it. I'm going to throw this stuff out of the way here. Well, you know what we'll do, actually? I'm not going to worry about that. Well, I'll leave it over there for now. I'm going to harvest the sorghum first, and then we can customize this, I think. But I want to end the episode with us getting this farmyard set up the way we want it. So maybe I'll pull that out there. Maybe we'll just do the harvest, and I'll do it in the wintertime. That might just make the most sense. I'm just excited to customize it. So we'll get it customized, but I'm going to put a break in here, and I'll bring you guys back in when it's time to get this thing customized, and then we will call it an episode at that point. All right, so we are into October. We are getting the harvest done. I figured I'd bring you guys in to close out the episode while this is kind of happening. Now, I do have some, well, there are actually quite a few things happened here. Let's talk about that. So after I harvested our sorghum, it really messed with everything. So I planted barley to try to fix it, and I also planted barley down here to try to fix this field because we knew we were going to try to fix that one. So there's that. I did get 16,000 liters of sorghum off this field, and I put it into our grain mill, which is all what was planned to do. I also harvested both of our grass fields, got 221,000 liters off of that, so that was real good. But yes, let's take a look at our score. So what I've discovered is all 5 of these fields are tied together. So I need to get 100% across the board probably before I can make this perfect. I don't know if it's necessarily these fields messing everything up, and I think we're just going to say screw it and hope for the best. Obviously this field's going to stay the same. These fields I'm going to trim down. We're going to do all that here in just a second. So I'm not going to worry about it. This should recover pretty quick after we get everything done here. Worst case scenario, if our average is really bad, we'll buy a couple small fields, get them to perfect, and then not touch them. I mean, we've seen we can do that. So, I mean, still, it's 9%. I would like it to be pretty close to maxed out, like in the mid to late 90s or mid to high 90s. But yeah, this one we should be able to fix up and then destroy. This one will get fixed up, and that'll raise our average quite a bit. And then the 65 we can try to work on. So yeah, that's the goal. Is just to get that to close to 100 as possible. But yeah, so not great, but we'll fix it up. So we are going to finish this out. But first, I want to bring you guys down here to our biogas plant. So obviously we bought the land. There was a bunker silo here and a shed here. I sold both of those for about $180,000. So that pretty much paid for this plot of land. I wasn't planning to use either of them. So they're gone now, out of our way. I may place a second one of these or a couple more of these as needed, pretty much. And I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping we don't need anything special to dump into this. That would really. Oh no, I don't want to sell that. Good to know I can. That would really bother me if I can sell this even though I don't own it because we don't own the biogas. We can't use it. Oh, it doesn't make any sense. I'm hoping that we don't have to get in there, if you know what I mean. We can dump near it. Excuse me. If that isn't the case, we might just build our own. I mean, there's some BGAs in here that are, these ones are nowhere near going to be good enough for what we want. Well, I want like a really beefy one. It's still pretty cheap. 60, it's only 60 kilowatts. Let's get further up here. We could do a pumps and hoses one. I really don't want to do that. It's 150 kilowatts. That's more like it. Here we go. I might even do like, I mean, honestly, I might, this is part of the frontier. The problem with those ones is they're going to have the same issue. We'll dump in. We're just going to have to get that one and then hope for the best. If it's not going to work out that way, we'll come up with a solution. It might be building a ramp so we can just ramp up and dump into there. That is something we probably can do pretty easily. But we'll figure that out. Oh, AI worker's full. Let's get, let's get a worker over there to get that undone or fixed. I guess I should say is probably a more accurate term. I had maybe have a little bit of an accident over here, so you can just ignore that. Ignore my little accident, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, he's right over there. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect. We'll get this guy unloaded, and then we're going to do some landscaping and terraforming sort of things over here to get this area just kind of squared up the way we want it to be as our farm. And I do think in the next episode, we're going to do some field modifications. Grass fields are coming together, I think. I think these 3 fields we're going to put together. These 2 fields we're going to put together. We're going to make this field. And this, we might keep a field down. No, you know what? No, we're just going to get rid of it. It's going to be a grass meadow. We don't need any more fields. So, yeah. But anyhow. Okay, so let's hop over here to our house. Let's get into build mode, and let's customize this. I've already removed the trees I want to get rid of. And I have decided I'm going to get rid of this. We're just going to start with a clean slate. Why can't I demolish that? What? What? Why can I not? I can sell that. Can I not sell that? Makes sense. I don't like it. Can I delete it? With the map objects hider? Well, we might be stuck with this. There's gotta be a way. You gotta be able to get rid of this. There's no way you can't. It even has a value. You should be able to get rid of this. Wow, that's crazy. So you can demolish that. No, I don't want to do that. Wow. Can't get rid of that? Man. Well, I wonder if you can... I don't even know. Is that like a mod that's part of this? You place another one if you wanted to, I guess is where I'm going with that. If not, that would kind of make sense why it's indestructible. Oh, I have ramps in here already. It's good to know for future. Anyhow, you know what? We're just going to deal with it. I am going to move all of our junk out of the way, though. And by junk, I mean our equipment. I don't know where to put it. Let's put it just in this field, since we're done over here. It's not the best way to do it, but it is a way to do it. Just going to move it. This is, obviously, you wouldn't do this in real life, but I apologize. This episode's, it's over. It's too long already. It's too long. Some of you guys did say you like the longer episodes anyway, so this is maybe perfect for what you wanted, but it's just, holy smokes, that thing is heavy, even with super strength. Goodness. Okay. Okay, let's get you a little further out of the way. Let's grab you, and I think we'll just lease the plow when we go to fix all the fields, because we're not going to need that long term. We don't need to buy a plow. We'll use one of the lizard subsoiler deals, so it'll be pretty quick and easy to do, but still, we're not going to need it long term. Just be easier that way. And the corn is ready to harvest over there as well. I will get that squared away. So, oh, that's a good point, actually. We're going to need to... So many issues. You're like, yes, we know you do, Farmer Cop. We know you have issues. We'll plow over this field. I want to get it all done, though, so I can make it perfect. So let's get... You are going to be... I'm going to do some cheaty stuff here just for the interest of... You know what? I'm going to put another break in. I'm just going to go... I'm going to harvest that cornfield so it's out of our way. And then I'll bring you guys back in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Corn's harvested. 21,580 liters off of that one little field there. And he's back working on the soybeans. So, now it's time to do whatever we want to do. And I did save the game and exit out, and I thought loading back in maybe would help me get rid of that building there. But no, we are absolutely 100% stuck with it. So, anyhow, thankfully it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah. So, I am going to landscape. I don't know exactly how I want to go about this. Part of the problem here, but I know I want to cut this field down to there. Yeah, just about right there. Get rid of this here. Just about like that, and then this whole field can go. There we go. Get rid of that. Easy peasy. We have plenty of money in the bank, so we can build some sheds and whatever we really want to do. And again, I want to cut back on this here. I'm going to come back to that, though, in a little bit. There's kind of a nice, like, lip up here, so I'm not going to mess with that too much, I don't think. I do want flat working land to work with. So I'm gonna flatten it to this. That's about where I want to cut that back to, I think. There we go. Okay. That should be fairly okay. Now I'm going to use the... It should not affect the fields. Yep, that's good. I'm going to smooth some of this stuff out. Sorry for a little bit of a long episode. I apologize. Yeah, just longer than I was expecting to go today. Smooth as best as possible. That should be pretty good there. Okay. Now. Okay. So. Sheds. We gotta look at sheds. Now I have a lot of sheds in here, so this might take a minute. Apologize about that. I would like kind of a more modern, seems to be more fitting for our farm, I think. With it being the factory series and all that good stuff. That's not a bad shed there. I'm pretty happy with that shed. That's not too much money either. That might be a good one maybe for there. I like that better than the shed that was there before. Might be good. And then here do like a big drive-through shed. That might be a really good idea. Let's do that. I like that. Is this just a different version of that one? Maybe? Or the old time shed pack. Interesting. Okay. Small drive-through shed. We need big drive-through sheds. Let's see here. Modern looking, of course. Now, I didn't actually ever put one of these in. This is part of the precision farming stuff. I shouldn't put it up there. It's going to really mess with things. I can put it right over... Yeah, I think just next to the house would be fine. There. Tunnel in. This is actually a really cool shed, but I don't think that's going to fit in with what we got going on. Okay. We just got to keep scanning. We could do like a garage. I don't know how to park in the garage, though, to be fair. Not quite what we're looking for. No. It's closer. Needs to be taller, though, I think. Those are pretty big sheds, too. Yeah, those need to be wider. I'd like to be able to drive in and put the headers inside and do whatever I want to do in there. It's pretty large. We're getting bigger, obviously. I mean, we're getting more expensive sheds. This is a really nice shed. We might come back for that one. Would that fit my header? That's the real question here. Oh, easy gonna fit the headers in it easily. Where's the other harvester? Oh, he's probably back up here. Yep. Oh, he's blocked. Perfect. Oh yeah, that'll fit the headers in real easy. We can navigate them around. I don't like that's not a drive-through, but we might come back for that one. 35,000. We'll come. All right, we just gotta remember that price. We know where to find that. These guys aren't bad. Yeah, 35,000. The modern metal ones. These guys look really nice. They are expensive, but they look really sleek. I really like those. That's a nice one as well. Shed there. Yeah, that's the modern metal one. It's kind of cool. There's so many cool sheds that I haven't used. Oh, this has a door on it. It's a drive-through shed. How are we looking with headers? That one would fit. This one's a little bit bigger, though. That one would fit, too. Okay. That might be the new play. At least for right here. We can always have more sheds. I mean, that's not a problem. If I did it right, if I did it even with that, I wish we could zoom out more on the build mode. I think that would be helpful. I think if we put it right even with that, we're going to block that too much. So maybe we kind of center it on that. Yeah, kind of like there-ish. Okay. And that leaves us some more room out here. Now, I do want to put some other stuff in around here as well. It's always a cool one, too. But I do really like that $35,000 shed. Where's it at? This guy. I do really like that shed. Oh, I want to put it somewhere, but I don't think we need it. I think that's just too much for us right now. I think this'll do fine. what we need, plus that, of course. Okay, so now containers, that sort of thing. We have one of these guys, and this does. So do the lime. We have one of these with lime in it over on the other side. Now, where do I want to put kind of my loading area for this sort of stuff? Honestly, I kind of want it. This is tough. These aren't. Maybe we just right over here do one for fertilizer too, like lime, solid fertilizer, and then I'd like to have. We have one for liquids in here as well. Put the herbicide in there as storage. And then eventually I wanted to get rid of our little herbicide storage place that we have. We do need a silo over here. We just have to have one over here, I think. Farm silo? That's a multi-fruit farm. So 5 million liters. That thing is legit. I feel like I didn't use this before for some reason, but maybe because it was too good. That might have been the reason, actually. Might just stick that right there. It's not a bad little silo, to be fair. It's also multi-fruit. This one looks a little bit more intense and farm-like, so I might go with this one. Yeah, just stick that guy down there. Okay. And landscaping is the last thing to do, just for painting and stuff like that. What texture do I want to use is a really good question. There's not like a really good... That's actually not a bad gravel texture there. We also do have the concrete tiles, which I'm pretty much a pretty big fan of. I like these. These look really good. Might do these just around the edges of the sheds. Yeah, just something like that. And then, of course, for these guys. Nice concrete tile pad. There we go. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm not going to worry about this side. This side looks fine. Should I do asphalt? Maybe. How's the asphalt look? That might be a little too intense. The gravel's not bad. Maybe we'll just use some of this lighter gravel for now. Yeah, just through there. Clean this up. There we go. Just get up to that road edge there. Clean this up through here. There. That looks semi-okay. Go out to that field right there. Just go out to that one right there. There we go. Maybe just a little, maybe not quite that much. A little bit extra along the edge here. There we go. Perfect. Well, I'm getting really good at this landscaping tool, I think. Done this too many times now. Okay, and I think the rest of this around the edge of this is going to be grass. Yeah, this grass texture right here. Always fix up the fields how we want them later. Now there is that, there's a dip right here, so I don't want, yeah, we'll draw back the field a little bit more, just because I don't want to have to contend with that as much with the workers. I'm going to try to smooth that out a little bit better. Okay. And then we're going to have to put grass on all this. Now I know this would be pretty pricey, and we obviously don't have to make it look good. But I like it when things look good on my farm and in my buildings and stuff like that. So I've always been pretty a fan of that. So landscaping. I'm not bigger. Let's do more intense. Where's the button I'm looking for down here? Oh, it's up here. That's right. Forgot how to landscape for a second. I'm going to draw this out again a little bit closer to that, so that way this field edge isn't... Oh, that was a really poor decision. This one is fine over here. The field just goes up right there. Yeah, we're just going to have to smooth that as best we can. Does take a bit of amount of time to do this, unfortunately. Get this all smoothed out. There we go, and that one could be a little quicker. And then that should be pretty good right there. Okay, so now we just need to put in the most expensive part, probably darn near, if not the most expensive part. Just putting grass in here, so it's going to kill our budget. There. All right. Get right up to the edges. There we go. Right up to the edge along here. Okay. And it's done. Our beautiful farmyard. There we have it. And on that note, we are going to wrap up the episode. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.